Family, I just wanted to do just a quick review. I decided, like, holy cow, I've been online looking for stuff, more information about this fourth generation Prius, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, there may be people that have questions about it, and I actually own one, so why not post a video? So I decided to post a video. I had a third generation. There's a video, if you search YouTube, I think it's 90 miles per hour in the Prius. That's kind of funny, but that was my 2010 Prius 3. Decided to upgrade to the new one, and holy cow, there's a substantial difference between both cars. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible while answering as many questions as I think you probably want to know about it. Number one, the previous generation Prius had an EPA rating of 51 miles to the gallon in the city and 48 on the highway. When I first got my third generation Prius, I bought that car used, but and I'm at the red box. I just returned a movie, by the way. But I actually visited Prius Chat because I couldn't get it. I couldn't hit the EPA ratings. I was getting, 42, 43, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? They showed me a couple of tips, put the car in eco mode. You really have to be very careful with those cars to get that type of gas mileage. This car, on the other hand, I drive this car like a regular car, and guess what? My gas mileage is amazing. I mean, can you see that?
That bitch so mad she can't get in my queen.
66 miles to the gallon is what I'm getting, and I'm driving this car like a regular person would. Now, I'm not driving it, I'm not flooring it after every light, but I'm driving it like I would drive a normal car, and this is what I'm getting. And that 354, I think, like most folks do, once you fill it up, you kind of reset the trip meter. That's exactly what I did. So I'm a little bit more than half of a tank with 355 miles that I've put on this car thus far on since my last fill up, and I'm averaging around 66 miles to the gallon. So unlike the previous generation Prius, this car clearly exceeds the EPA ratings. Now, this is not the eco model. I know, that may be a question. Well, do you have the Prius Eco? No, that is you can't really see it, can you? Holy cow. Well, you can now. That is a glass sunroof. This is a heads-up display. I have the JBL head unit. This is a Prius 4. This is not the Touring, because unlike what Toyota will not tell you, is that the Touring is actually not the top of the line model. There are these options you can't get on the Touring. If you want to get this car fully loaded, which this one is, you have to get a Prius 4 and add 2 packages: the Premium Convenience and the Advanced Technology package to get all of this, which is why I got the 4, not the 4 Touring. But anyway, guys, right now this car is in all EV mode, and that's something else that I will tell you that's a lot different than this car than the previous model. This car does not mind getting in EV mode at even highway speeds, and I'm going to 42 miles per hour. This the third generation Prius would not. You would have to slowly accelerate, or slowly basically everything's slow on that car, right? To extract the most out of it. This car kind of does everything for you, honestly. You will drive highway speeds, and this car will just put itself in EV mode if there's enough battery power. And if there's not, it'll charge it like it's doing right now, which, it's fine. There's plenty of battery, though. But it'll just automatically go into EV mode. And like it just did. Yep, so I'm in EV mode right now, and as you can see, I'm just gonna even speed up a little bit. And, I'm going just under 50 miles per hour, and I'm still all EV in this car. It was very difficult to do that to the other Prius. This car, I have driven this car in EV mode up to around 65 miles per hour. And when I say EV mode, I'm not putting this car physically in EV mode, because like the previous generation, roughly 25 miles per hour is going to shut it off. But what this car will do is it will, this jackass just jumped in front of me, it will do it by itself, basically. And I read, I don't know what article it was, maybe a Motor Trend article that says this car does the hypermiling for you, and it's very true, it does. it's just it's overall just a better car. It's really quiet, as you guys can tell. Going from the gasoline motor to the all-electric motor is imperceivable. You just really don't know. Like right now, the engine is running, but it's very imperceivable. It's it's hard to detect, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if you had any questions about, are the EPA, and I'm gonna run this light, sorry. Are the EPA ratings, good? Yeah, honestly, I think the EPA, I think Toyota may have sandbagged a little bit. If this is a non-eco model, and I'm getting, well above what the EPA rated this car at. So I would say if you drive this car very aggressive, maybe you'll get in the 50s. But if you drive it normal, I don't see why you would be in the high 50s, low 60s, kind of like I am. I drive this car pretty normal. That's all, man. That's all I could think of. If you guys have any questions or comments, has a nice little speed limit sign too. If you guys have any questions, comments, just kind of drop them below, and I'll definitely answer them. But if you are not sure if you want a new Prius, or if you have a later model Prius and you're considering this car, do yourself a favor, take it for a test drive. You'll probably walk away with buying this car. It is a great car, and in my opinion, it's still the best option to all electric. Not that I'm trying to start a debate or anything like that, but here in the city, to me, this car is just more feasible. I live in Houston, but this car gives me the most flexibility, I think. I can drive pretty much wherever I want, and I don't have to stop by and charge or do anything like that. But I don't own an electric car, so I'm not going to start that debate. But let me know, drop me a line if you have any questions or anything. But really, really impressed with this car. How it drives, the smoothness of it. It really is. Toyota really knocked this one out the ballpark. And really the looks are, they're subjective, but this car in person is a lot better looking than it is online, I can tell you that. And maybe color has something to do with that. This car is all black with really dark tint. So I always get compliments on how the car looks. I've even had someone stop and ask me what it was, which is kind of neat. It's never happened to me before. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, guys. Bye.